Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning market report. Guys, I'm watching this chart right here. You guys can see this chart. It's a heat map. We're going to be looking at that because there's some levels down below us that it's calling for us to go to for that liquidity. Nothing really to the upside. That's why I do think that we are going to see some downside movements. Plus, guys, also moving over here, looking at the crypto bubbles, lots of red today. Markets opening up right now on the side of red. And then on top of that, guys, we got a little wallet count. We're going to see how many people are profitable in their crypto wallets right now. And we've got the identity, according to HBO, of Satoshi Nakamoto. Let's talk about who they said it is and all that and a whole lot more today on the Morning Market Report right here in Piper Academy, guys. Let's get it. Classes in session. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. Why am I so low? Get low, get low, get low. Let's bring me up a little bit. There we go. I like that. Let's go ahead and let's just get this thing started. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. We got Tesla Pilot here, Alex O Crypto, Alexander G, Best Mod in the Biz, all set. French Toaster, Brakoshi, No Dinero, Ninja Glock, C90 in the house for the win. And who else we got in here? We got Justin Eubanks in the house. Harp is in here. OC guy, of course. He's getting ready to come up here with me. Username Max H. Love seeing everybody that's in here right now. If I missed anyone, Crypto Billy. Billy Goat Tails in the house. If I missed anyone, it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means we got to get over here, get going. We got the OC guy in the house with me. What's up, OC? How you doing, bro?
Not much. Having a fantastic day today. I woke up very, very energetic and ready to start taking a look at the markets because, oh man, things are building up. And as you mentioned, I mean, things I believe they're gonna get going and moving, not to the upside, but maybe a little bit of a retracement. We'll see. We'll see.
Bitcoin now with more dip. Yes, French onion. Here we go. So hey, check this out. This morning, this is how I woke up. This morning, my wife gets up. She hears the little whimper barks from our dog. She takes her outside. Gypsy goes outside to use the restroom. She brings her back in. Gypsy does not want to go back in her cage, so she brings her and puts her on the bed. And I get woken up to licks and kisses all over my patch of beard down here. That was my wake up. Kisses from the pupper. So not a bad way, but a little bit shocking. So, oh yeah, Brokoshi Dinero said stay safe in Florida, y'all. If there's anybody in Florida, guys, I know for a fact, like right now, that Randy Hipper is not able to go live. She has no internet today. So they are starting to get the effects down there. So thoughts and prayers for everybody down in the Florida region, guys. Let's go ahead and jump into some news. Let's do that first. We'll talk about that. And then we'll come back and we'll break down this liquidation heat map because I need to get it set up. I had it set for the open, but we get it set back up here for what I'm looking at here. There we go. And we're loaded. Cool. Let's jump over to the news. Let's break all this down. We'll come back. We'll take a look at those charts, guys. Ooh, you're a little bit stretched out. There we go. Perfect. All right, guys. Look at the Fear and Greed Index today. We're sitting at 49 right now. Still sitting in neutral. I think that's what it was at yesterday too. Yeah, 49. That's it. That's today's also. So no change on the Fear and Greed Index today. Good morning, BC Port Corp. What's up, bro? Looking at the bubbles here, you can see a lot of red here on the daily, even on the hourly at the market open, getting that red. Weekly still says it's red, though. We got things like Nero, Arrow, Aptos that are doing decent. But yeah, here on the daily today, guys, even on the market cap daily, you can see Bitcoin down 1.6%, Ethereum down 0.49%. Solana's down 2.3. Let's go down and take a look at the prices here and see what they're looking like. Bitcoin sitting at 61,832 right now, down 1.6%. Ethereum sitting at 2429. We got BNB sitting at $577.39, up a little bit on the daily, doing a retracement on the hourly, eating up those gains there. Solana's down 2.3% on the daily, down on the weekly, down on the hourly, just down everywhere. XRP, stablecoin, it's going to be worth $100 one of these days. Shout out to FD White. There you go. 0.32% down on the hourly, 0.21% down on the daily there. Any big movers today? Tron's up. It's green, 2.4% to the upside. Let's see here. Chainlink is down 4.8%. Thoughts and prayers also go out to Buck. Yesterday he gave how much he's down on his link right now, and I feel you, bro. I feel you. Near protocol, guys, down 4.9%, down 1.1% there on the hourly, continuing to pull back, getting that downside move. Anything else big here? Now we're down into the 30s now. That's about it, guys. Nothing's really looking strong. Ooh, what is that? BitTensor's down 8.4% after that 11.4% weekly run there. Jump over to the economic calendar. You guys remember me talking about you won't see mortgage rates come down despite that 50 basis point rate cut? Yeah, we went up on the 30-year mortgage from 6.14 to 6.36. So there you go. It's playing out. Mortgage applications have dropped dramatically. It was at down 1.3% last month. This month, down 5.1% additional. So not looking good there. A lot of people just not trying to buy houses right now. Why? Because probably that right there. They're figuring that they're going to wait and see them come down. And the problem is right now they're not going to be coming down. They're going to be going up. So looking here at the mortgage index, mortgage refinance, nothing major on these at all. These are pretty much in the neutral line. Guys, tomorrow, let me go put this here. This is what we're really waiting on. Is today we got FOMC minutes. This is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's where all of the verbatim, word for word, Fed Reserve notes are at, and then people go in there and they analyze what does this mean and what did he mean by that. Let me get some context to a statement, and so that's going to be out today. Watch for a little bit of volatility this afternoon on that one. And then down here tomorrow, core inflation rate is coming out tomorrow with our inflation rate. It does expect that our inflation rate is going to be down 0.1%. We will have to see. I do think that we are going to see, even if we see a good inflation rate this month, I actually think that we will see an increase in inflation next month. Not because of the port longsman or anything like that, but because the ports are getting hit pretty hard down in that whole Florida region, East Coast, West Coast up. I think that the amount of movement of goods, because you got to remember that's like 1/4 of the country down there that got hit by Helene, and now another one hitting there. I do, and there's a lot of roads closed out. So I do think that their calculation of what goods cost there is going to spread on the national average. So be looking for next month to have a little bit higher inflation rate than this month. It is looking to be down right now, though. We are looking at initial jobless claims tomorrow. Right now, that at 225,000 people this week for jobless claims. That's from last week's data. This week they're expecting it to be up, so some more jobless claims coming in, meaning that more people are filing for unemployment. And then the other one, PPI. This is going to be coming in on Friday, guys. It's actually forecasted to be pretty decent. So the inflation on that's supposed to be down. So we'll have to see all this data. You know how this works. They're going to put out data, and then it's going to be partial data, and then we're going to get a revision and drive on, right? Let's refresh this and just see if this is any change. This is our Fed Watch tool for what the likelihood is of rate cuts, rate hikes, rate pauses. Right now, we're looking at an 87.6% chance of a rate cut that is only 25 basis points. The 50 basis points has disappeared completely off this chart. We're now looking at a 12.4% chance of a rate pause, no change, which would not surprise me, especially given that the Fed Reserve have to operate on the data that was released. And the data that was released last Friday said the labor market's good. You don't have to stress. Now we're starting to see that come into play here. We'll have to watch and see on that one, guys. I have my suspicions about those job numbers and that a major revision is coming. So, what else do we have here? So, oh yeah, I shared this yesterday on X, and I shared it in our community. This is what I've been talking about with the job numbers, guys. Meet Kevin talked about this. I talked about this last Friday when the numbers came out. And then here's this one here. It says something doesn't add up here. X marks the spot bringing this to us with the Kabisi letter. The payroll survey response was just 62% in September, the lowest level in at least 14 years. By comparison, in 2023, the response rate of that poll, the payroll survey, was 68%, while the 2010s it averaged about 77. This means that last month's data was largely incomplete, and we should expect material revisions over the next 2 months. The 254,000 September payroll creation number is likely overestimated, given most of the job numbers have been revised downward over the last 2 years. This year alone, non-farm payroll employment has been revised down by 293,000 jobs. We expect a major downward revision ahead. And as I discussed last night on Billy Goat Tells, if you guys weren't there, you should have been. That next revision window comes out after elections. Just saying. There you go. Let's jump over here. Let's take a look at this article. There it is. Only 12.7% of crypto wallets report profits on Polymarket. According to Polymarket, 12.7% of the users have made profits in the prediction market, with most earning less than $100. This is the Polymarket. It's the betting site, guys, just so you know. So Polymarket, a decentralized prediction market platform that allows cryptocurrency users to place bets on world events, has worked out favorably for just about 12.7% of the people that are making bets on there. Data from the on-chain analytics tool Layer Hub shows that 149,383, or 87.3%, of the 171.1 thousand crypto wallets on Polymarket do not make profit. They have not made any profit. Wallets with confirmed profits amount to 21,730 wallets at 12.7%. So, just like the gambling markets out there of long versus short, right? You can see that the people that are just doing predictions for upside downside, not getting a very good run there on their money. That, hey, if you're going to gamble, just buy Bitcoin. It's the best returning profit gamble that you can make. I'm just saying. OC, what's up, my man? How you doing, bro? I think that pretty much wraps up the news. We do have one article that we're going to talk about, but I'm going to bring that over on our side-by-side. So let's go ahead and bring that, because we're already getting people in the chat talking about it. Lunar Beach is there. Shout out to him. If you guys are not watching Good Morning Crypto in the morning, you're missing out. Let's jump over here, OC. Let's take a look at this article. Who is Peter Todd? We are all Peter Todd. That's who Peter Todd is. The man HBO identified as Satoshi Nakamoto. There, if you guys haven't seen it yet, and I ruined it for you, I'm sorry. But Peter Todd was an early figure in Bitcoin, a core contributor to the blockchain today. Hashtag Todd. Please tell me there's a Todd coin already out. Please, that would be phenomenal. On October 8th, HBO's documentary Money Electric, The Bitcoin Mystery identified Peter Todd as Bitcoin's pseudonymous creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. Todd has denied being Nakamoto both before the documentary debut and after it aired, bluntly posting on X, "I'm not Satoshi." However, the question remains, who is Peter Todd, and why do some people believe he's Satoshi Nakamoto? Let me get rid of this for you. That's blocking this there. There we go. Peter Todd is a prominent Canadian, shout out to Alex O, with a background in cryptography, computer science, digital science, security, and he is best known for his contributions to the development of the Bitcoin Core, the main software implementation of Bitcoin protocol. Todd has been a Bitcoin Core developer at the Bitcoin platform CoinKite since July 2014 and a board advisor at digital collectible platform Veriset since 2015. The filmmaker Colin Hobak goes back further, however, naming him as Satoshi Nakamoto himself. This is linked to what Hobak claims is a new piece of evidence. It's new. Supposedly crucial to the case. In a December 2010 thread in the forum Bitcoin Talk, Todd replied to Nakamoto in a thread about fees. Hobak and HBO contend that this reply under Peter Todd's own account was a careless mistake, that Todd had planned to do this under his Satoshi Nakamoto, but had instead done it under his Todd, and they're saying that that's how it done. It says no lock time, so on and so forth. And it says, so look, here's what it's saying. There's possible design for far in the future. He's talking about the implementation and structure of Bitcoin. And then he comes back as Peter Todd, replying to Satoshi Nakamoto. Of course, to be specific, the inputs and outputs can't match exactly if the second transaction has a transaction fee. So it almost looked like he was replying back as, or making a statement to caveat what he said as Satoshi Nakamoto. That's what they are saying on HBO. But I don't know, guys. Let me know. What do you think? Is Is Todd the Satoshi Nakamoto? He says he's not. Other people say he's not. I don't know. Stupid arguments. It is. It's weird. I didn't watch it myself. Wendio watched it. Crypto Wendio, aka Ashley. And hey, I watch people's videos. She said I watched it for you, so you don't have to. I didn't even finish it. It's horrible. So if you guys want to go watch it, go ahead. If you don't have HBO, if you don't have Max, and you want to watch it, don't waste your money to get Max if you don't have a subscription already. So there you go. Peter Todd article, all complete. Let's jump in and talk about this for a second. And then let's go over and check out this Bitcoin chart. OC, well, what do you think? Is Peter Todd Satoshi Nakamoto? I mean, it did look like he was caveating what he had just said as Satoshi. I see where they're going. I see the angle, but I think that I personally feel that Satoshi Nakamoto was Hal Finney, and he's gone. So you're muted, bro. Hey, you're muted.
I'm muted. Oh man. Oh, I personally think, as I stated before, that Satoshi Nakamoto is not a single person, right? It's an entity. So I think they all will be saying the truth, while they state that they are not Satoshi, right? I mean, because there's just a little part of what the whole thing is, which is Satoshi Nakamoto. So I mean, so saying, like, for example, I am the Piper Academy will be a misunderstanding. Well, I'm saying I'm part of the Piper Academy, that will be much more realistic, right? So I think that's kind of like the twist they're doing. And despite, I do think that he had, I mean, a good portion of knowledge behind the Satoshi Nakamoto project. I think he's still correct. I think there's just lead developers in there that we might not know of. I personally think there are around 5 to 7 people behind it, but I don't know. I will say that he will be on the core team of development. That's what I think.
There is a Todd meme coin, by the way. So thank you, BC Point Corp. Yeah, I don't think it's him either. Plus, I don't think that he would ever admit that it's him, because according to Alex O, he would owe a lot of money in taxes in Canada, and he probably doesn't want to do that. So there you go. Let's go jump into the chart for Bitcoin. Let's talk about that, and then we'll come back and talk about some Solana, because 100 million active wallets on Solana, but most of them are empty. So interesting. Let's jump in and look at the liquidation heat map first, guys. Let's go over there. There we go. Looking at this, guys, you can see this was on the thumbnail today. We've got about, let's see here, 80, 155, and another 60. So that's about $210 million in liquidation, sitting around 61,400, 61,500. So 61.5, we'll just go with that. And then this other big one down here, guys, this one has about 250 million, and this is coming in right at 59.5. Let's go over and look at the chart and see what those are saying. 61.5 and 59.5, and let's go see if those levels are relevant on here. Well, 59.5 right off the bat is going to be coming in on the right here at the 300-day simple moving average. This has been our previous resistance and support down here. We've gotten plays on it quite a bit, especially right there to the wick. Shout out to the wicks, by the way. Much love to you guys. But so we do have the 300-day coming in right there. That other one, that's that 61.5, that is going to be right here around right there. That is going to be the dynamic reactor from Chart Prime. So we've got that level there, and we've got this level here. I've been calling that a return to the golden pocket for weeks now. Even got called out for it by T Will. Love you, man. Got called out for it. I still think $59,000 range is going to be hit. That is going to be the golden pocket. I want to go over here and take a look at this money flow. Money flow on the 12-hour is still coming down on the MFI. We are still red on volume. It looks like we're getting a curvature here on the Oscillator Ribbon Pro, and the True 7 is just running flat. So not seeing anything here giving me big hopium for upside move, mostly downside. I want to come over here and take a look at what we are seeing on this capitulation, because I said this last night in the chat for the nightcap guys. Looking at this, even on the daily, we can go all the way down in. You'll see that we have hit, as of Sunday night, Monday morning, we have gone into capitulation on the Bitcoin miners. Now, keep in mind, the last time we had that happen here, we did have an upside movement, but that was the top run back in May, and then this has all led to downside movement. Okay, so it does not always mean downside move. Not always. There can be upside movements. But with us having this 200-day sitting right above us, it's going to be very difficult to get above this level and outside of this Gaussian channel on the daily. If we look at this on the 5-day, guys, we're still triggered there. And if we look at this on the weekly, I like to look at these on higher time frames. Even on the weekly, we have hit capitulation. That's that ball right there. There you go. So we have hit capitulation. If we go back and look historically how this has looked when we've gone into capitulation, I just want to bring this in here. I'm going to do some horizontals. Here we go. Verticals, I mean. Vertical ray, there's one there, okay? So we're going to put that there. You can see that one. That did have a little upside move and then went to the downside. We had one there. Let's see. Let's put you on auto. Thank you. We had another one back here. That actually was the bottom, the final capitulation before the takeoff. We had one back here. There you go. And we had another one there. And I'm just going to go back about one cycle here, guys, and then we'll just go check them out and see. We had one there. And then, look here. This one is kind of in line with where we are in the cycle, right? This one right here. If we take a look at if we take a look at this one right here, this is in line with where we are in the cycle. Where are we at right now in the cycle? Let's go see here. Move this over to the capitulation. That's about 168 days. Let's go over here and measure this one off. That is going to be about 168 days to the dollar. That's interesting. That's very interesting. We're making discoveries together. OC, I'm going to jump over here to this news, and that's pretty interesting. I'm over here, bro. I'm over here. OC, do you see this is pretty interesting. 168 days exactly to the capitulation point after the pullback and sideways, and then it led to the run. If you look at where we are right now, that's 168 days afterwards to the dollar after a sideways run. Are we about to see? Is the bottom about to hit and take off on the markets? I think the bottom is coming soon. I really do. And then if we get something it resembles a soft landing, I think that we are okay. But that's pretty interesting right there. To say the least. What do you think, OC?
I did think so. I mean, maybe we're getting ready to, see the results of Pumptober. I mean, there's a lot of hype in the. I mean, I think you are correct. As soon as we have some indication the economy is not crashing, if we have something like, like the soft landing indications, job numbers going well, or something like that, I think we're gonna be taking off, right? Everybody's just been waiting for it. And yesterday I was talking to Alex, right? And I think he mentioned that people feel like they deserve a pump. So I think they're just holding it, right? And not only that, I mean, we've been looking at a possible bull flag on the weekly
Well,
or
let's
in
go
the
look at
daily.
your chart. Let's do that.
Let's go. Let's do it. So basically, right here, let me go to the daily so we can see it much better. This is the bull flag that I've been talking about, right? So if we measure the pole that we could be looking at, and of course, if I just adjust it a little bit in here, we can see that if just by making that breakthrough, and by the way, guys, remember that I like to measure my flag at the bottom here, and also I'm looking at these two areas of support to draw a trend line, right? And this is what I've been speculating for a long time. So I mean, if we can do that retracement that deep that I was talking about at the beginning of the show, and we can hit right here either an early bottom to make another divergence, or even going all the way back down, but holding the median on that channel, I think that will be a great point of confluence to actually push with strength, breaking the channel to the upside, going for a maybe retest, and then off we go, right? So this is what I'm looking at, and I think that this could be a very possible and probable way to start breaking through that channel, going for a high liquidity area, making a great retracement like we have done in these two previous areas, right? So remember, the third one is a charm, and that, I mean, all of us that have been waiting for maybe that opportunity will realize that we are basically at the end of the channel. I mean, if we take a look at the score consolidation, that is a 9. Remember that 10, it is the last number that we can have there before we start breaking out the channel. So we are at the end of that channel. And that will, I think, coincide with the half of the month mark. So I will say October, I don't know, 15, October 20th, something around those days.
Okay. I'm looking here at an article. I just saw an article pop up that said something about the miners. Where are you? Maybe not. I'll find it. I'll find that article. Yeah, can we take a look at Chainlink on your chart? You got Chainlink up, because I want to take a look at that, because it's been absolutely just tearing people's heads off that are trying to long it. So shout out to Crooks Crypto. He said, yo, what is up, man? Let's go ahead and take a look at Chainlink and see what you're seeing on there, bro.
Absolutely. So a couple of days ago, I gave a signal on Chainlink. We took this little long in here, and then we were retracing based on a 15 minutes little range that we had right down there. Nonetheless, now is the time to start looking outside a little bit here, or just retrace a little bit into the 4 hours to start looking for a big pattern continuation here. Let's draw that trend line that you can see: 1, 2, 3 touches, 4 touches right here. Pretty good one. And then we have to add the top. Let's just extend this one just a little bit here to have a couple of more bounces in here. And as you can see, we have kind of like a rising wedge. This is not a good signal. Also, we are into a dump at this point, and our consolidation is low, which means that the chances for us to bounce here, they are slight, they're minimum. Nonetheless, I mean, this consolidation score could change as we have a flip of the ribbon to the upside. When we start gaining some momentum, most likely we could start increasing the consolidation score, basically giving us a chance to bounce and then find that dynamic reactor. There's two chances here, either up or down, right? So I mean, there's no other way around. Well, I would say to the right, that will also be for sure. But let's plan for that. If you can see at this point, I have this dotted line right there. That is an alert. Why am I looking at that alert? Because I'm planning to enter for a long position right at 1049. Is it going to be a blind entry? Not at all. I'm waiting for that flip of the ribbon to actually playing out. At this point, I am also looking at the 1 hour for early confirmation. Let's take a look at the 1 hour really quick, and I'll show you what am I looking at here. If there we go, if I can see it playing out. So this is the accumulation of a ton of possible reversals, just slightly reversals, slightly reversals accumulating. And what I want to see here, it is that flip of the ribbon, and in the 1 hour, a breakthrough that zero line. That's exactly what I want to see before I start jumping into a 4 hour long positioning here. As you can see, a 1 hour confirmation might be at the beginning of a second candle on the 4 hour movement right there. So I'm looking at 1 hour at this point for early confirmations, and also setting my stop loss. This is going to be my entry. So entering here, or even at the candle close and setting my stop loss at the previous low, and then give it a wiggle room in here. And then aiming TP number one to the dynamic reactor and TP number two to the top of that rising wedge. So just be careful of this one, because the other thing it is, as we're seeing right now, if we draw the median in here, I mean, that is great resistance. And we also just got rejected, effectively making a lower high. So could we be making a lower low? If we do, we are in for a further movement to the downside to some previous other areas here. And we can see that playing out. Let me show you. There we go, to where is all of our support areas here. I mean, again, let's just not ignore the fact that we have a huge order block here, and that's what I'm planning to enter for a long, but moving very, very, very cautiously at this point, because Bitcoin for me is also not looking that great.
All right, let's jump over to my chart. Let's take a look at Solana. We're going to see this. We're going to look at this chart, and we're going to come back and talk about an article on it too. We did get this rejection here on the 12-hour here. This is going to be on 29 September, so about a week ago. Is right there in the 382. Perfect double top. A lot of resistance there. These fibs are well placed. We're getting good sequencing on them. We can see that there was a lot of play here on the 50, and now we have lost that 50. Right beneath that, guys, you see that dash red line? That is the point of control going back here to about February 2024, running through that area there. And you can see that we've lost that point of control too. I do think that we're going to see Solana on a pullback of Bitcoin come down to this value area low. This value area low is coming in at about $124, $125. It's also going to be right here clean in the golden pocket. You can see how much that has played out here. Historically, been a very, very keen area for bounces. We get down there, guys, that's where I would be looking for a long on Solana, somewhere around 125 bucks. But a lot, we talked about this last night on Billy Goat Tales. Again, shout out to Crypto Billy. There was an article or as a post on X that I saw, I want to say it was yesterday, that about 47% of withdrawals with money outflow on Solana had gone to Sui. And Sui, since August to current, from trough to peak, had done about a 300+% move. So looks like a lot of money has left out of Solana over to Sui right now. They're very similar in what they can do project development wise and stuff like that. So shout out to Crux for dropping all of that alpha last night on there also. But what I'm watching is that we do have that sell-off of Solana occurring. There is a nice trend line running here. You can see that. So, we might get a little bit of hopium bounce there. Let's bring that into play. There you go. That is sitting right below us right now at about 139. But if we break that, that might be a good area for a retest on that to short down to that $125 area. Looking down at the oscillators just to get an idea of what we're seeing down here. We do have money flow just kind of running flat. You can see it goes out and then it comes back in. It goes out. It's just really flat. Nothing major to see there. But we are now printing a pink. That is the that means downward, right, on the Oscillator Pro ribbon. And the True 7 is coming back down also. Volume sitting very flat also in addition to that. So we did get a little peak seeker here in the uptrend with that hidden bullish divergence that printed there, but it did not get enough momentum to really do anything for the price. So that's what I'm watching there, is that play on Solana. But I want to jump over and show you this article about Solana because it was pretty interesting. There you go. Let's jump here to news. Let's bring OC up here with me. Come on up, OC. Man, why is OC so much bigger than me? Bro, you are like huge. I don't know what's going on here. Let's make you a little smaller. Let's bring you down a little bit. OC, you're huge, bro. Okay. Solana has 100 million active wallets. What's that?
Nothing. I say that's what she said.
Oh. Solana has 100 million active wallets, but most of them are empty. Although Solana's active address count has climbed to 100 million, most wallets appear to hold little or no Solana. Solana's monthly active address count has soared past 100 million, marking a new all-time high for the network. This represents a big jump from the 509,000 monthly active addresses recorded by Artemis at the beginning of 2024, so almost doubling since the beginning of the year. However, supporting metrics indicate that most of the active wallets on Solana don't hold any Solana, with skeptics attributing this explosive growth to bots artificially inflating metrics, a critique that often accompanies Solana's success stories. Um, we've seen this a lot. There was rumored that Sam Bankman Fried was manipulating, so on and so forth. So, according to Solana data provider Hello Moon, more than 860 million users held zero Solana in their wallets over the past month. Around 15.5 million users held less than one Solana, and about 1.5 million users. I just realized something. It was 509,000. They're now at 100 million. That is a huge, that's way more than double. That's a lot of growth in wallets, and most of them are holding zeros. So, according to the Solana data provider Hello Moon, more than 86 million users held zero Solana. About around 15.5 million users held less than one Sol, and about 1.5 million users held less than 10 Solana. So, kind of interesting. Is are we seeing more Solana manipulation going on here? Because we know that that was all that's what happened back in the day with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX. That was absolutely just totally overinflated and caused its massive rally. What are your thoughts on Solana with this data? Are we seeing this again?
Absolutely. I think that is the case. And I have the perfect news to show it. This is like a slightly bit of a different manipulation, but try to hear to my charts very quickly. And let's get started with something very funny here, which is Baby Dutch, right? I mean, this has been just crazy, right? If you jumped into Baby Dutch, you either got poor or just got rich. So hopefully you did got into the rich people here. But the thing is in here, why did Baby Dodge went that high, right? I mean, it is because of their airdrop. Not only that, I mean, you can see the huge market cap that it has been playing out, but also something important. I mean, just like I mentioned, it is this possible airdrop ahead, right? This is important because they're planning, or there's a speculation that Baby Doge token has also recent rumors that it will be listed by Coinbase, and that the developers will expand into Solana. I mean, that doesn't in fact explains why Solana is not just because Baby Doge, but if we read just a little bit up ahead, we can look at its new, where is it? Meme coin. What is it? Meme coin platform. Maybe I just read a little bit lower here. There's a meme coin platform that it is getting to Solana, and that is basically, there we go, all meme coin generated in Solana's pump. So basically, the meme coin generator is pumping those possible or those possibilities to get some meme coins on Solana's network. So what if we go to the dual cam, and we talked about this because I think this is another kind of manipulation, still a manipulation. I'll say that this is organic manipulation. Why? Because if you say, you know what, we're gonna be dropping meme coins, right? I mean, if you look at something like Dodge, Baby Dodge, I mean, if you look at something like whatever we'd had, right? I mean, if you're new in here, or even if you're not new in here, but you're seeking or looking for liquidity, that will be a very interesting, interesting way to maybe make an extra buck in here by investing a little bit, right? So I think that that is also building up that wall of sizes, because it seems like Solana might be the new meme coin. I don't know, pace. What are your thoughts in there, Piper?
Yeah, I'm not a. I hate the airdrops are great for people, but when they do massive airdrops, it really just crushes the tokenomics, and dilutes
Yes.
the price a lot. So I wish that they would do it smarter, or get more of the tokens out decentralized to people. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of airdrops. They're good if they're managed well, but when they just dump out airdrops onto the market, doesn't play well on the price. Shout out to Crypto Billy. He said the Weather Channel is now predicting a direct hit of the hurricane to Sarasota, which I believe. Let me know in the chat, Crypto Billy. But isn't that where Crypto Lifer is? I think that is 110 mile per hour winds, 10 to 15 foot storm surge. Just so you know. So, yep. New season, morning time, Biomex, much love to you. Solana team boosts its own TVL with internal transfers of SOL. I've heard that too, BC Port Corp. I will say this. I've sent money on the Solana network, and it's almost instantaneous and super cheap. So there you go. Much rather do that than on Ethereum. So, although I like Ethereum better than Solana as a hold. Let's go check out some other TAOC. I am looking at, we're a little bit past the top of the hour. I'm looking over here and I see that the Russell 2000 is up a little bit right now. The S&P is up. The Dow is up. The NASDAQ sitting a little low. It's on the bottom side of that market right now, showing some weakness. But yeah, tech taking a hit today. S&P Dow is up, and so is the 10-year yield. So we're going to see higher mortgage rates, just like I showed you at the opening. But let's go ahead and let's check out some altcoins. I'm going to jump over here, and we'll start with first off, we'll start with the my one of my old favorite coins here. Let's go take a look at Caspa. Let's go. Let's go look at Caspa. Where's my hat? I need my hat. Let me see here. Oh, Caspa, what are you doing to me? There we go. Got the Caspa hat on. Let's get into it. All right, guys. I've been talking about this trend line down here for a while, that this was going to be retested. And when it does, I was going to be watching for a hold point. And if it held there, it's an excellent buy-in point. We are continuing to sell off from that point of control. Lost the value area low completely now, guys. And we're heading down to this phase 6 golden pocket here at 12.8 cents. Why does this matter? Because it mattered back here. It was a resistance back here. It was support back here. Guys, this is an old level here at 12.8 cents. If we lose that though, and I think we will, that is why there's a green box down here, because it used to be above the trend line that I've been watching. But I think that we catch this. It's about 12 cents on the dot right now, about 12 cents even. But where does this line go back to? If I put this on the daily, you'll see this goes quite a ways back to when I was initially telling people, hey, it's time to buy Caspa. 3 cents back here. Actually 1.5 cents, but 3 cents right in this area. And then right in here and right in here. These were buy points that I was talking about on Debate Crypto and on Investing Bros. I think a retest of this line is going to be a key area of support. If we lose this, though, guys, then I have to say that we've got big problems. And Caspa and Retro Mike Tech will be throwing I told you so's all over the chat. So we'll, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the Retro Mike Tech I told you so battle that will take place here. I love it, man. Oh yeah, the hat. I'm wearing the hat, Retro Mike. Shout out to Nick Otter G Super Chat 70 Czar, and he said respect from the gang. Much love, man. Much love. Let's go. I appreciate it. I appreciate the Otter gang. I need an Otter sound effect, man. That's what I need. OC, let's jump over to your chart, see what you're seeing there. But that's what I got for Caspa. It's looking weak. It's looking weak. Later.
Well, do we change? Oh, there we go. Perfect. I just heard Cody here. Hey, finally, I switched myself, and whenever I look up to you, now I'm looking at you when we are on side by side camera. Here we go. We are looking at Dash. Guys, you might be looking at a couple of signals that I gave last week, and many of those were old coins or legacy coins. That is one of the characteristics that I actually picked up from TradeFlight and also Piper. So shout out to TradeFlight, because we were speculating at the beginning of the year whether when we are on a ranging cycle of Bitcoin, what should I be looking at? And I was, you know what? I think that would be a great idea to start looking at meme coins, maybe new projects, because everything is boring and people are going to see where they put their money into, right? Hey, BC Corp, shout out to BC Corp, aka looking like a juicy buy for a swing trade or a hold buy. Could be. But right here, well, then that's when TradeFlight mentioned, you know what, OC, I think that might not be it. What I really think is that people are going to go based to what they know, right? And Piper also went in and says, yes, I do think that people are going to go to whatever they already knew, right? And they're going to be pumping that up. So that's why I was looking at Dash at this point. We gave a breakout retest or a rejection retest. The breakout retest played out very nicely. And as we hit the top right here on this check mark, I took my profits and run away from that trade. Did I miss it just a little bit? Yes. And now we're coming back down. Talking about that one because right now we're crossing the 2294 area right down here. In fact, we just touched it and then we're retracing. Why am I looking at that one? Well, because we are still kind of like into a range on Bitcoin, and not only that, we're getting close to big areas of support here. I would say that this will be the last point before we see a V-shaped recovery, and maybe I will be jumping into, as we have a flip of the ribbon, I'll be jumping into a long as we hit the 22.6 or even better the 22.5. I will only be jumping in as I had flip of the ribbon at some kind of support. So far, my support, it is somewhere around this circle is at, and then maybe I'll double down on 22.49. That depends to be that remains to be seen as we flip up the ribbon. So that's what I had on Dash. Just keep it under your radar. Might be playing out very nicely. I mean, last time we did this, it was a what was it? There we go, a 5%. That is, if you were using 10x, that is a 51%. So not bad just by holding it while Bitcoin do its thing. So other than that, turning it back to you, Piper.
All right, let's jump over here and take a look at AKT. By the way, Amon, I just dropped the color themes for the green and a color theme for the pink for the watermelon theme that you asked about. You just go in, hit the little plus button, change the color, put that code in, and that is the color. There you go. So I'm looking at AKT here. This is the Akash Network. Shout out to BC Port Corp. Appreciate you, bro. Let's take a look here. Where are we at with the ribbons first? Let those load in. All right, we got the 200 get ready to cross the 300 here. We do have the 50 is our current resistance, okay? And I did have this historical running trend line in here. It was nice resistance support play. That has been our bounce rejection back here on August, right there. So I could see that we actually have some weakness on the chart here. Another thing that I'm seeing here too is, let's come over here. Let's grab this. There we go. And let's stretch this up. There we go. If we run this up here and show this, there we go. Head. There's another shoulder. And down. We are running currently a head and shoulders here. Let's check out the measured move on this and see what this would be, because we're about to hit the neckline on this right now. I want to see how this would play out and be a target. And then let's go back and look at price historically. That's going to come in here at about $1.63. Let's throw a horizontal line on. Yeah, that's current. That was previous resistance and support. So I think that if we do have a downside move, that breakdown target point would be 162. But you said you're looking at a long on it. So let's go and see what we're seeing here on the daily, and let's see if we have any support lines down here playing out. Well, we did get a confirmed breakout here on a chart pattern right there. That's that green dot. This was the smart target on it. Did not get hit. We actually got blocked right here by the dynamic reactor. Perfect rejection point there on it, and went to the downside. I gotta say, man, let me pull some fibs on this, but I don't know that I see a long on this right now. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see a long based on what I'm seeing with this data so far. I do want to look at the oscillators and stuff like that. But let's pull that in. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's pull some fibs here. And we'll just run it all the way up. I don't want to take that scam wick. We're going to take it from here. Don't like those big crazy wicks like that. They don't usually play out well. So let's go from here up to there. And then let's go change this off of my fib strategy. That's my fib strat. We don't want that one. We want the platinum pocket, golden pocket. Yeah, we just got our bounce here. Look, check it out, man. We got our bounce here. A lot of support here in the golden pocket. Sequencing's good here. Rejections in the golden pocket. Wick down to the platinum pocket. I think we're going to come back down to this level. That's back in the platinum pocket, bro. Looking at the Oscillator Pro right now, Pro Plus, we do have volume coming down. Money flow has turned red. We do have the downturn. There was the peak seeker saying, hey, this is your top. Yeah, this looks like downside. I'll even pull this over just to show you on a daily. Let's look over here. We're not even into the blue yet here on the RSI primed. So can you level out for me? Can I get you to do that? That would be great. Come on back. Why are you all the way up at 50,000? Let's go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're not even getting blue here on the RSI primed heat map over here. It can come all the way down much lower, and the Bollinger Band is still sitting below us too. That Bollinger Band, let's see here. A Bollinger Band is coming in much higher than what this level is, but I think we got downside coming, man. I think they're going to come back to visit that platinum pocket, bro. I hope that helps. Let's go over to OC's chart, see what you got there.
Absolutely. I'm looking at the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. I was analyzing this one a little bit far back ago when I was also looking at the Mexican peso. And seems like it's pulling out very nicely. I was expecting a little bit more of a push downward here and then a little bit sproader or wider V-shaped recovery here. But still, I mean, this one played out very, very nicely. We had a breakout of 136 in here, so 136. There we go, right there. So we're looking at this area of resistance for a breakout. Right now we're running into a high order block. So what I'm going to be doing here is just changing this slightly bit, something like that, because it's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. So I want to see that retest, and then off we go at this area. Remember that this area of this order block is highly bullish. That doesn't mean that this 20% is not going to be acting upon price. That's why the retracement, I'm not pointing at a retracement like this. Instead, I'm pointing at a small retracement because of this 20%, and ultimately, well, then pushing onward through it. So that's what I see right here on the Canadian dollar. So shout out to Canadians right there, doing great with their economy. Other than that, back to you.
You got a shout out from a Canadian. Alex O said 10-1 in Halo. Don't forget. So there you go.
Oh
shout out to Men in Meta. They jumped in here. I'll get back to you. Hold on. Said, good morning. How are you doing? So, hey, how are you doing? Welcome. And then also Florence. Florence is in the house. Got to give a shout out to Florence. She's in here and she's always supporting the show. So shout out to all of you. And Retro Mike Tech, bro, we got to bring you on when Caspa absolutely collapses. I need you on so I can record a clip of like, I told you, and then I'll just like use that over and over and over again. So because it has definitely gone weak since then. So yeah, that's a good question. Menon asked RMT, what's the update on Tau? Goodbye at the moment. Can we look at Tau? You want to look at that? Oh, 10 to negative 1. Got it. Can we look at Tau? You got Tau up?
No, I'll bring it up here. TAO.
10 to 1, OC? Really?
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
I still have a recording, man, when he just was running around like a headless chicken holding the sniper because he knew he couldn't hold it against me and he needed to jump off the cliff, and I had it on video.
Target locked. Ready to fire.
All right. 10 to negative 1. That was the numbers. I can argue against these numbers. What I just can say to my defense, that was I was very, very dehydrated from not a party from food poisoning, and that was not a good game. But we'll see. Maybe if he's willing to do a retest, maybe we can take a look at that one. All right, TAO, right here, TAO climbing like crazy. Just be a little bit careful right there because we have a little bit of volatility up here. That what I do see here is kind of like a ranging upwards movement, right? I mean, of course, we have this one, and this is not an unnatural pattern. Sorry. But also, if I start drawing trend lines like that, we'll see that we are very close to maybe losing that trend line. Important part is not losing this one while we are also losing the dynamic react. Sorry, the zero line on the ribbon. If we lose the ribbon here and we lose these two trend lines, I think we're gonna be into a pickle. I'm not saying that we are bearish because we have not yet crossed the high volume area, which is a dynamic reactor right here. So just be careful right here. I mean, if you're planning to enter for a long position, I'd rather wait for a little bit more as we have a rejection from the zero line, or at least early flip of the ribbon. And when I see that, then that's when I'll be planning for a long position after the fact, with a stop loss below my area right here, my previous low, which in case I'm expecting to be this one. But if not, I mean, this is not looking good. This is looking like to me that we are actually going to be playing to the downside. So would I be shorting this one? Not really, not really, because of the V-shaped recoveries that we have seen here. I'd rather wait for it to reach the dynamic reactor and then long it there as we have a flip of the ribbon, or long it as we just see it right here as a confirmation from this trend line playing out to the bottom area right here. So that's what I got on TAO.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to the bottom of the hour. Shout out to everybody that joined us today. We appreciate y'all being here. May or may not, I'm waiting to hear contact back, but we may have an interview that we're recording today with the, let me look here. I think I may have got the message. May or may not. That is still the case. May or may not be getting a interview today with the COO of Grunt Style Clothing. He was going to come on and do a retail perspective of the economy and the markets. They're a major clothing company, so I'm still waiting to hear back on that. But I do believe we're going to record that one and then set it up as a premiere anyway. So. But guys, that one's going to be coming out, and then this evening, of course, 18:30 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have the crypto nightcap, and then back here tomorrow morning with Good Morning Crypto. Soon, Lunar Beaches Crypto is going to be doing something, I don't know, Lunar After Dark. I don't know. I don't know what we're calling it yet, but there's going to be a late night show with Lunar Beaches Crypto, BC Port Corp, running the Good Morning Crypto. A little quick update on what to look out for in the day. And then, of course, we're always back here Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys the news, the charts, and the markets right here on Piper Academy. OC, what do you got for the people? Tell them what they get if they hit that smash that like button. What do they get, man?
Absolutely, guys. A quick reminder to hit that like button, because if you do, well, then maybe at some point, HDMH Frosty will not beat your ass at the Halo. If you know, that's Alex at Crypto. So just make sure that you click that like button, and yeah, stay safe. Stay safe.
Absolutely. And again, thoughts and prayers to everybody out in the in Florida area, guys. If you guys got anybody out there, please check on them. I've got two brothers that live down in that area, and I'm going to be definitely checking on them today as we run into that timeline. No redirect today at all, because I just checked. Cohen's trading is not live today, and then of course neither is Randy Hipper, because she's down there with no internet. So, guys, we'll be back here tomorrow morning. Don't forget.
That we might have. That means that we have one more minute.
Sure. Do you have something you want to show?
Absolutely. Let's go to my screen. What's that? Who is up there? Oh, look at that. Running, doing suicide with a sniper. Oh, I told you. I just wanted to go back to it. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? You may have lost 10 other times, but at least you had that one moment of glory. Hold on to it, OC. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Hodl your glory, bro. All right, guys, we'll be back here tomorrow morning. Y'all trade safe. And as always, use a stop loss or have plenty of dry powder, Buck. Later.
I don't know what they keep telling me. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. front line covered. Even when we're dead and gone, we'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels fall low. I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. Trade flag at the soul train ready. What a line from OCI, from a Mexican spaghetti, yo. Crunch crypto with a deep dive to project dime. And if you like the visual powered by Car Prime, then you will part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have step, fall back to offline. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels fall low. Sound off.
To get with them, the ZTS rhythm. Rip it, Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean.
That was awesome, dude.